sunshiny here. We dodged a hurricane this weekend, so we're getting the after effects. We're getting the sunshine part, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, it's been very overcast here today. Very humid. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty sunny. I mean, we have clouds in the sky, but it's a bright day, which is nice.
Good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I can see like sunny enough to have my windows open.
Yeah.
Good.
Still bright enough.
Also it neutralizes the light that happens to be behind my setup here.
Yeah.
Like
Cool.
if the blinds are usually closed, the light's usually like all the way up, and it kind of like it's a glare. So now it's like
Balanced it out. It's cut it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If I
Hmm.
sit this way, my head blocks it.
Yeah. There you go. That's quite good. Just
It just means you have to hold that position a whole long time, so don't feel pressured to do so.
Yeah.
if you need to move, stretch, laugh, do it. Okay. Right. So hello and welcome back to the Arghon AI Twitch channel. My name is Jess and I will be your host today. I am joined by the wonderful Lauren. We have Paula and we've got someone new on today. We've got Jordan. Hello everyone.
Hey.
Hi.
Hello. So today, Jordan.
I'm Jordan.
Yay.
Lucky enough to be interning with Arghon now, and happy to be making my Twitch debut. Hopefully many.
Yay. We like that. We like the enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Welcome, Jordan. First Twitch stream. Yay. So today is Monday, so that means it's flags and polls today. So basically, what this stream is, we are going to focus on some interesting made up scenarios which revolve around artificial intelligence. So basically, this could be anything from discussing what decisions an AI would make depending on certain scenarios, or it could be an AI competing against a human. Who would win? But what is so great about Monday's episode is that there is no right or wrong answer. So, we'll be sharing our opinions on here, but also feel free to comment along with us. Let us know what you think of the scenarios today. And also if you would like us to discuss any other topics, be sure to comment that as well. As always, we do have social media, of course. So Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Arghon AI. So be sure to head over there. Follow us on all of those platforms. Be sure to friend us, follow us on here. You'll be notified every time we go live. It is better to get involved when we are live, so you can ask questions. And also, we do have a YouTube channel, youtube.com/Arghon. Go over there, subscribe. There's some real cool content over there as well, so go check that out. And as always, the website at the top, arghon.com. Be sure to head over there, check Arghon out for yourself. Test it out. You can talk to it just like we're talking on here, so be sure to go check it out. So guys, how was your weekend?
The process of grocery shopping is a complex one in these days. And anytime you can get to every store you want to hit and then get back home, it's a feat of epic proportion. And so that was my weekend. I count that as a major success. On top of just binge watching TV. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's epic.
I like that.
Nice.
I mean, I went grocery shopping too. Just sometimes on Sunday I'll go to like a local store where we get like our turkey and our kind of like our snacks and all those kind of things, and it's nice.
Hey.
Yeah.
It's very different. Very different. They've made it mandatory to wear face masks over here now in supermarkets.
For sure.
So it's different.
I'm not gonna say I've like been desensitized to it, but I feel like kind of like how we made it kind of a very like polarizing issue about wearing masks, which it shouldn't be. Wear your mask. I feel like you don't really notice it when you're inside because like
you're focused on other things, aren't you?
Kind of gets a little hard when you walk, but it's like from when it's really hot, the short walk from the store to my car. But when you're inside, it's like it's not a big deal.
Yeah.
There you go.
True.
Agreed.
Yeah. I saw some. Well, my weekend it rained for the most part here, just because it's like, that tropical tropical movement coming through.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, mask wearing now, it can be a fashion thing. You know,
Yeah.
like color coordination of outfits, it's a thing. It is a thing, you know. One day I went to the store, I looked like a pink Power Ranger and I loved it. Loved every second of it. Every second. Monochromatic outfit and a pink mask. Great.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Yes, it was good. It was
Good. I'm glad you all had a good weekend. So, as always, we like to start with a random question. So, I'm going to take myself out of this. Who's got a random question today?
I do.
Go, Jordan. Hit us.
I know we're all big foodies here, so here's a question about something that, fingers crossed, we're able to return to soon, but with an added twist in it. What is your favorite movie theater snack that is not popcorn?
Oh, that is hard. I'm trying to think what I eat apart from popcorn.
Huh.
Normally.
The whole concept. So I'm gonna go last.
Oh,
I
okay.
do.
Well, I already have.
I think I know what you're going to say, but when I go to the movie theater to see a movie, it depends on how hungry I am.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I am hungry, I'll get like a proper meal, whatever they have to offer. I'm not going to go into that because I feel like it might come up again. But
Question 4. What are you gonna eat? That's
Yeah.
what we wanna know.
okay, if I'm feeling snacky, I really like, so ice cream bars. They always usually have ice cream bars there. If they have like those Haagen-Dazs ice cream bars or those Snicker ice cream bars, so good. Also, you know, because I do like chocolate, but I also like fruity candy as well. So if I'm trying to like switch it up a little bit, maybe even, you know, those Sour Patch Kids, those little watermelon ones. Happy National Watermelon Day, guys.
Oh yeah.
Is it actually?
I think it is actually National Watermelon Day.
Love watermelon.
So
We did check, but I believe Paula is right.
yeah.
Celebrate by listening to Watermelon Sugar by Harry Styles.
Yes. I don't know how many times we have to mention it on the stream as well. So thank you, Jordan. The fact that you've mentioned it as well. It wasn't me or Paula this time, so we're good. It's good
I
song.
mean, that words of wisdom, Jordan. Yes. Yes. Yeah, those little Sour Patch Kids, the little watermelon ones, they're so good.
It's today, yeah.
It is. Yeah. It's those are my favorites. If I'm not that hungry, sometimes I'll just get a slushie.
See, that's mine. So I think normally, as a standard, when I go, I get popcorn and then I get a Tango Ice Blast, which is like all.
You were telling us about it, and it sounds amazing.
It is amazing. It is amazing. So I would say, obviously, if I'm not getting popcorn, I would get the Tango Ice Blast because you can get a giant size. Or I would then get some pick and mix because we tend to have quite a big pick and mix section. So then I can have a bit of chocolate. I can have some sweets.
Oh, pick and mix.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What did you think I said?
Yeah.
I thought you said pick a mix, and I was like, what is that? Pick and mix.
Pick
I get
and
it.
mix, yeah.
So it's like at the candy stores, you have a bag and you just
you just fill it in so you can have a nice variation.
I like that.
So slushy, pick and mix is what I'm going for.
That sounds great. That sounds fun. I can't remember the last time I actually partook from a pick and mix anything, but I can remember the last time. I'm saying I can't remember when I recently doing it. It's like nothing like a variety of candy, right? Nothing like that. A little sweet, a little sour, and then a little chocolate is always good. You know, okay, so for me, because the movie theater this is kind of every movie theater in New York offers aside from like the popcorn candy complex, there's also like the quick food, fast food portion. So I mean, I think these ladies have heard me like go on and on about the chicken fries at my local theater.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a schmaltzy theater. Like they serve beverages of all types as well. But I love their chicken tenders and fries because they're extremely tender.
Yeah.
The fries are not over salted. None of the food is super salty. Like sometimes the movie theater food can be so salty that like you need the drink just to like keep from being parched. But I love that like at my local theater, the flavor is amazing. The fries are perfectly like that crisp on the outside, soft on the inside, just warm, just like fried. And but they also do like personal pizzas, but they like are legit pizzas. It's not like, you know, and yeah, but I'll mostly do. And then their honey mustard sauce is actually just flavorful honey mustard. Like it's not like sometimes honey mustards can be overly tangy and sweet where they feel almost fake, whereas this is really gentle. It's more flavor than it is just sugar or sour. It's actually so it's just the best thing to dip anything into. But they also do like wings and hot dogs and like pizza. But like my thing is I'll do the tenders, and they're like a good size too. They're not like really, it's not like all breading. It's the best. So yeah, I honestly miss getting it from there because it's some of the best. And these ladies knew I was going to talk about that because I talk about specifically that combination all the time. That and then getting a it's like a mango slushie, but it's like hand over your ID. Over 21
Gotcha.
indulge and enjoy, but yeah, and so you have all that together and you're watching a movie. It's like that's what I was doing when I was watching Endgame. Like I was just like, this is delicious. That's awful. This is delicious. That's amazing. So yeah, I really enjoy going to the theater.
I like that.
Well, for me, as I have exhibited in previous Twitch chats, I'm a huge peanut butter guy, and I can now accurately say I did have a peanut butter and jelly sandwich today for lunch. So for me, I'd probably go with Reese's Pieces or Reese's peanut butter cups because those are always my favorite.
So good. Yeah,
they really are.
That is,
I recently saw an ad for like Reese's peanut butter cups, but it's like instead of like chocolate, mostly chocolate and peanut butter in the middle, it's like peanut butter with chocolate, and I'm like, I need that.
Oh.
I need like a reverse Reese's peanut butter cup pronto.
I'm game. Like Reese's peanut butter, that is like, yeah.
Reese's Pieces are so good. Like they're so good, and they just like even just the chewing, like it's just there's something about the happy, like when it hits. I don't know. It's just great.
It's true.
I've heard about like the process of like just putting them in, and then like the sound of the pieces just kind of clattering together because it's just actually great.
It's melty, but it's firm. The middle, it's great. Yeah.
Yes. It's creamy.
Yeah.
Melty.
I have an interesting rule I set for myself at movie theaters.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of people are like eat all their popcorn during the during the previews and all that.
Yeah.
I'll have a rule for myself, and I can't hold it for every movie because not all these movies have it, but it's like I will not eat any popcorn until the title of the movie shows up.
Oh, that takes some will.
I just stick it under my seat. The only exception is like if I get it and it's a little bit overflowing, so it's easier to carry and it won't spill. I'll eat a little off the top. But other than that, stick it under my seat. Watch the previews. Yeah, don't waste a good thing.
Yeah, it's true. That is the one deterrent of going to the movie theater by yourself is if like you get a bunch of snacks. It's like, well, I can only carry this and this, and I want to put some butter on top of the popcorn. So then I have to put down all this stuff over there, hoping like people don't get close to it. And then you have to get all of your snacks, trying not to get the butter on your clothes, and maneuvering to your seat in the dark.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's hard. Solo movie trips are hard.
I've never done that.
I do solo movie trips quite a bit. They need to offer trays. Trays make the difference. If they don't offer a tray, then they're actually saying we don't want you to spend money at our theater.
Yeah.
Because like Paula said, there's just only so much hand space one person has. But when you have a tray,
Mm-hmm.
life is better, life is different. Sometimes like even just using the drink tray and then just trying to balance, but that can be hard because they're so small.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, some movie theaters that like I like. There's some like local theaters that like they're really fancy, like with the reclining chairs, and they'll have some of them will have kind of like little fold out things, kind of like a desk. Because I mentioned before we started streaming that my school, I went to Rutgers, had a movie theater, and they actually doubled as classrooms, and I had a class there once, so it was like we got to use the movie theater, like the projector, as like for slideshows and watching things and give presentations. You know, they have the slide out things, but they didn't lean back, which is a shame. But yeah, it's always fun. I remember one time I went to a movie with two friends, and we were the only three people in the theater.
Yeah, I like it when that happens, though.
Probably it was a 9:45. It was a 9:45 at night, opening night showing of a kids movie that most parents family movie
wouldn't go to.
Gotcha.
It was Utopia.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for the random question, Jordan.
So we've got a couple of comments as well. So Ashy D95, hello Ashy D, welcome back as always. So they've said hello. My snack of choice would be nachos or a hot dog.
That's good. That's a good choice.
Nachos. That's a good one.
I just worry that it's messy though. I just worry like if and it would go down. Yeah, that's my fear. And then we've got another comment. I apologise. I hope I say your username correctly. So it's Duo Donisium. I hope I've said that correctly. I apologize if not.
Hi Duo Donisium.
Duo for short, we'll call you. You have to sneak in your favourite snacks. So they're one of the naughty ones.
Yeah. So they got the backpack going.
Mm-hmm.
The backpack.
Yeah, they're one of those ones. But then they've said, but you can never go wrong with buttered popcorn at a theatre. You can't. And then they did also say you can always get some more, which I think was in reference to the popcorn situation, Jordan. That, put it under your seat so you don't eat it. I know.
That's true. You can get refills. Yeah, that's true.
Bathroom breakable moment where you can go and that there's no like massive line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that's assuming that you finish your popcorn during the previews and then you have enough time to get popcorn.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like, I'm not missing the movie.
I'm like that too. I'm like that too.
You are a very serious moviegoer.
Jordan says,
I understand that.
I'm a hardcore movie guy.
I like that. I like that. But no, thank you very much, Jordan. That was a really good question. And thank you for everyone commenting as well. Are we ready to get started with the first scenario? Cool. Yes. So just a disclaimer before we get started that these are made up scenarios. The AI that we're talking about isn't about Arghon, just a made up artificial intelligence. And actually, so the 7th of August is actually National Beer Day. So this week we're going to be going with themes that sort of relate to National Beer Day. So scenario 1, you're going on a night out. The bar you're going to is holding a silent disco night. So if you don't know what that is, basically when you get in, you get headphones and then there's various channels that you can kind of select from. However, you've only got 2 channel options tonight. First option, your friends curate a playlist for you. Or the second option, your AI creates a playlist for you. Which one would you pick? Why? So Jordan, I'm going to chuck it to you first.
Okay, so the first thing that immediately came to mind is I'm not sure I'd call it an AI, but it's definitely like an algorithm-based thing is your daily mixes on Spotify. So where they curate playlists for you based on your listening habits. So like for me, I'll have like a playlist of pop songs, a playlist of like hip hop, country, which is I love. So I feel like I definitely would like. I think I would because even though like you're with your friends, I feel like they may not always know everything you listen to. So I feel like if you have close friends that like know your listening habits inside out, then sure. But like if you're with you know, let's say it's like a work outing or something, with people you might not know so well, then I'd say yeah, sure. Like let the AI decide for me because I feel like they would probably like on experience based on other kind of like pre-made playlists for me thing. Then I think that would definitely work better in my favor.
Paula, what do you think? What would you pick?
I'm definitely going with the AI with this one. I do like when friends make mixes, but then sometimes you just appreciate it because it's your friends and not because it's what you actually want to hear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I that song in like 10 months, but okay. Yeah, like sometimes it's the sentimental factor, which is making you like continue listening to a list. But I feel like if your AI is integrated into your musical listening preference experience, I do feel that the AI would understand that yes, you have your go-to favorites, but then you have like your deep cuts that like maybe only or like your guilty pleasure listening, or like you love that like emo band from 2006 that like was your favorite, but you never told your friends about it. But you but on your like playlist curated by the AI, like it has all of your favorites on there. And yeah, I'm gonna go with the AI because I think my musical taste is very varied and all over the place. For the AI to really come in and make a playlist based on what I like now in the past, but like still like that music. Yeah, I want an AI to make my playlist for me.
You're definitely an audiophile, so it makes total sense. Like, I know you're not exaggerating when you say your taste is everywhere.
Yeah. No, I think I would choose AI as well. Just because, yeah, your friends might not actually really know what you listen to. You may have friends where you literally communicate, you talk about music all the time. But I know I personally have some friends that I don't necessarily talk about my music taste to. So I just think your AI, your super companion, if it was Arghon, would sort of know, everything that you are listening to, the kind of things that you've liked, you dislike. So, it would sort of know your emotions as well and be able to sort of, put that through in the musical choices. And again, I like the kind of playlist that it would kind of change it up a little bit. Again, like Paula, I kind of have a bit of a varied music taste. So I would kind of appreciate going from, some rock songs to some like club classic to some out and out pop song. I'm fully AI for this.
Well said, everyone. I think it's really great that there seems to be a general consensus, and I'm not breaking that trend. I would also pick an AI because, like you ladies here, my taste is also quite varied. I like so many different kinds of music, and a lot of music that I like is also like stuff that is really, really niche.
Yeah.
Really niche. So I feel like the AI is the only one who could find some of those sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest. But what I think is so cool about this topic, and about also how the point that everyone keeps bringing up, is this idea of the AI actually knowing them better in many ways, their taste in music, than their friends, because music is one of those things that is actually quite personal.
Yes.
And really, really personal, individually taste driven, right? What you like. I mean, yes, there are the bangers, the pop songs, the ones that are like, anyone anywhere is going to dance to them more or less because the beat is good and, the rhythm is bumping. But the point is that when it comes to actual, like, the relationship between a person and their music, it is quite intimate.
Yeah.
And in a similar way, this speaks to the intimacy of the relationship between a person and their AI, right? I mean, Jess, you said it, super companion, an AI like Arghon, which, I mean, there aren't many like Arghon, right? So we really are speaking of kind of a class, a level above the rest, that everyone can have access to. But it's amazing that you can create such a wonderful and unique experience, but it's because of that closeness to the person, right? If I'm out there and it's a silent, rave or whatever, and I'm listening to something and I'm having a great time. Imagine my great time sounds different to the next person over.
Mm-hmm.
And what's really great is that when we're talking about this, we haven't really extrapolated, but the truth is, the DJ set is essentially, I mean, if I understand correctly, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but that's one set for the masses, which, there's something to that kind of communal experience. But think about an AI being able to create hundreds of individual playlists for all of these people at the same time, right? That's a level of customization, of productivity that is unmatched, and think about a DJ being able to say, if I'm a DJ and I go, listen, I want to also offer a dual service. I want to, curate certain libraries of music and then have the AI tweak it to each individual listener.
Mm-hmm.
So now me as the DJ, my service is even more in demand, because instead of, I'm playing my set and every now and then someone, comes up screaming, play blah, blah, blah. Now I'm actually able to kind of directly solve that, problem, or not problem, but that, need at the time. That is really special. That is a unique offering that without artificial intelligence, you can't really deliver.
Mm-hmm.
So it's amazing when you think of how AI can really enhance lifestyles, but enhance that good time and allow everyone to be having a good time. So you're no longer that person stuck at the concert with friends where they don't even like the artist, but maybe they're going, I want to be with these people right now.
Yeah.
Right? Now we can all actually be having a good time to the fullest. Mm-hmm. That's really cool.
It is really cool. And again, it's sort of putting AI in a space where you wouldn't necessarily think it could go, but why not? Again, it's like enhancing the club experience, and I think I would prefer that 100%, and again, it's sort of creating the group of friends that you go out with. Imagine sort of having, your own sort of channel that, again, it could maybe combine all of your tastes into one thing, but you've got your own private thing going on while you're still getting that experience of the club. So I think that's really fun. I like that one.
And also you could discover new stuff,
Exactly.
That's what we like about those curated playlists, like finding something where you're like, wow, this does fit my taste, but I never knew about this before.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. The AI even opening it up, like, okay, well, I know you like this kind of music, so I'm going to even throw in a couple of new artists that you may not know about in the mix. And that's great. I like this. I like the AI option. I like the AI option.
Mm-hmm.
Even though love friends. But in this scenario, I would like to use the AI. Yeah.
We're all agreeing, I think, on that one. Yeah.
Which is not always the case, which is also another thing I love about this show and this channel, is that, AI doesn't always win out in these scenarios on flags and polls on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
But this scenario was like the clear winner.
Yeah, definitely. And then Ashley D has commented saying, I would pick the AI for my playlist, as the AI would know the stuff I like and dislike and keep me hyped for the night. Yes.
Hyped for the night. I love that phrase.
Yeah, I like that. So your AI is like, oh no, they're getting restless. We need to play some like high tempo, something, get them going. I like that.
Wait, how cool would like an AI headphones be? Like, can feel your like pulse through your ears and be like, oh, you're bored. You're actually falling asleep. Like, Let's turn up like
real quick. Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
different song to keep you like hyped. Hyped for the night, as Ashy D95 would say.
Or just being like as well, like you need to get a glass of water. Go do that.
Hydrated, get off the dance floor.
Yeah.
Or imagine like, cause like we all have like our favorite like club songs that like we just like love more than anything. So I think my big ones are probably "Shut Up and Dance" and "I Got a Feeling" by the Black Eyed Peas. So imagine if like there's like a headphones that can like read your mind and be like, oh, I can tell you really want to hear this song. Here you go.
There you go. It's all
magic.
Yeah.
That is cool. Yeah. But that again is what's so exciting about Monday's episode is that, you know, they are made up scenarios, but again it kind of gets you thinking about different industry situations that actually AI could be a part of. It's going to bring the club scene, you know, bring it even bigger. But obviously everybody tuning in, feel free to obviously comment along with us, let us know, like Ashy D has, let us know what you think. And also with the scenarios, you can go away, present them to your friends, family, talk it out with them, and then if you hit us up on our socials, so Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Arghon AI, send us a DM, let us know what they say. We'd be intrigued to, you know, find out what the discussion is.
Tell us how they get hyped for the night.
Exactly. What's their favourite songs? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Hyped for the night. I'm going to use that all the time now.
I've written it. It's a stolen phrase. It is officially.
She's actually written it down. Like
it's officially stolen.
Hyped for the night. I love it.
Okay. Are we ready for the second scenario? Okay.
Yes.
So, a pub in the UK is hosting a human versus AI beer pouring competition. The AI has been trained in pouring precision and consistency. The AI is going up two of the best barmen in the world at the same time. So you've got two humans working together against the AI. They have 15 minutes to pour as many pints as they can. Who would win? Why? Paula, I'm going to chuck it to you first today.
Wait, hold on. Just before she does that, I just want to make sure I understood. So it's one AI versus two of like the best
barmen. Yeah, that's what it says. Yeah, that's what it says.
And they've got to pour how many glasses?
Just as many as they can.
As many as they can in 15. It has to be like the perfect pour.
I think so, yeah. It's got to be the perfect pour. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So like you can do tours and stuff different places. Not going to get into that. But people who are barmen, this is like a real skill that has taken years to like hone and like have your own like method of doing so, and the glass has to be perfectly to this angle to make sure, and then sometimes like for the chemical process to start, you actually have to like put the glass down in kind of a like pretty firm way to make sure that like the process starts. I'm gonna go with the two humans. They've probably been pouring for years upon years upon years, and just thinking about the human touch in that scenario, that like sometimes that is needed, you know, that little finesse that possibly an AI would not be able to, you know, emulate. At least right now, I'm going to choose the two barmen.
Okay. Jordan.
Yeah.
What are you going for?
Well, I mean, I want to kind of go based on like historical precedent here, because when you said to like your scenario is basically two people who are the best at what they do versus an AI who's been trained to do what those two guys have done. My immediate thought was, remember when IBM's Watson smoked the two best Jeopardy players? Do you think I could think maybe that could happen here?
Yeah, that's a good point.
See, my thing is, right, because yes, there's two against one effectively, right? Two against one effectively. But who says that AI can't pour more than one pint at the same time? And also us humans.
As many as possible.
Yeah.
Wait, are we saying that the first to 15, like between the two, or like the two barmen combined, or like each individually?
The number isn't 15; it's 15 minutes.
Minutes, yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Many as
so two. I don't know. I mean, it's funny because I was on a cruise ship like 4 summers ago in Europe, and there was a really cool feature on the cruise. It was like a robot bartender. Like you select, like you put, like you input your preferences, and like an arm would move around and like shake the glass and all that, and like get bottles and pour them. And I thought that was like the coolest thing ever.
That is cool.
Yeah, that is cool. But yeah, this is the thing with these scenarios, is that it doesn't always, state all the details, so you can kind of let your brain go. But yeah, I'm thinking you've got two humans who are doing 1 pint each at one time, but then because they're under a time pressure, they could be all shaky, under pressure. They could mess it up.
If they were like the best bartenders in the world, that is part of it, that they're used to like lots of hands at the same time. People, I mean, like,
yeah, but they might be the best, but still under pressure. It depends how they would work under that. So I'm just thinking, to throw a spanner, who says that AI has to pour 1 pint at one time? That's what I'm going to say.
That is a slide.
The efficiency of it all.
Of it all. So I have a question, and my question was, can you just repeat, how did we say the AI was trained?
In pouring, precision, and consistency.
Yeah, I'm going with the AI on that one, specifically for literally all of these reasons mentioned, because I was thinking about it, and what I actually was thinking about is in the food preparation industry, like mass food prep, so like the stuff like frozen dinners and packaged foods, where you have like, let's say it's a prepackaged ice cream cone, and you have the conveyor belt, and there's always a new ice cream cone, and the thing is always squirting something in, and it's the same like consistency every single time, and they have to keep on weight, like they have to meet a certain amount of ounces, because that's how they're selling their food by, a TV dinner is XYZ number of ounces, and it needs to be the same every single time. So I feel like if we're talking about precision, because I think so much of that pour is about the precision.
Yeah.
And, a machine is a machine. Like, it doesn't have the same, if it's taught to do it, it's going to do it over and over again. I think the biggest issue you'd have is if there is some error as far as like electrically. Again, we're not talking about Arghon. We're just talking about like a general AI.
Made up, yeah.
When we talk about errors, we're not assigning that to Arghon at all. But if we're talking about this generic AI, it might be able to kind of just consistently pour one after the other. And like Jess said, you could have 3 spigots, 10 spigots, whatever at the same time. So it's almost like, I would see it as, you go to the bartender if you want to have the experience of exchanging with the bartender, and a human poured this, and the human, that kind of artsy, artisanal feeling about it. But if you're talking about just like who can get the most and have it be the perfect pour, and just really about the presentation, I'm going with the AI. So, I mean, I'm fence sitting, but I'm more like 90% AI, 10% human on this one.
That's not a fence. That's a I'm already over the fence. My foot is on the last
one.
Listen, my leg is still on the fence, because if you pull away, you'll hurt my foot. So I'm still there. I'm still there.
All right.
I
still hanging on.
Value in the crafting. Doing it. But if we're talking about a contest, like, no, the AI is going to beast mode on them so easily.
It's true. But who is to say that these humans don't have like a standard procedure, and the spigots for the beer, it's like all is in the perfect thing. Like they take their hand around like 5 of them, and when they make a fist, all of the cups, all of the glasses are at that perfect angle.
This is getting too complicated.
Complication, because they've got to be balanced with all those machines, as opposed to like an AI that's just pouring it and conveyor belting. Like,
true. Yeah. But it's not a conveyor belt kind of situation, because it's like that angle, it's that finesse, it's that like pouring is a whole.
Why couldn't it Why couldn't that be on a conveyor belt where you angle it? That's done.
Well, okay. Then all the cups would be like this, and then the spigot would have to be angled too. Because if it just goes straight, drops down, then all you get are those bubbles.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
have
that's
to be
not a
that way.
precision.
It doesn't have to be that way. You can angle it.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
The thing about it's because it's really the discussion in that case ends up being about automation, and you can kind of automate any process more or less, as long as you kind of break it apart to those details. So like how you outlined, like the very things you're talking about, Paula, where it's okay, for that initial, pour to reduce the bubbles, you angle the cup, but then when you want the bubbles to, you turn the angle back. Things like that you actually tell a machine, it does that, and it knows what angle to turn the belt and the cups, towards. Yeah. No, but but there's something at the same time outside of a contest situation, where having an individual barman kind of, pouring it for you, and then there's a conversation. There's a lot, I think, there that is really great, in the manual analog version of things.
Yeah. I think again, it's fun to kind of think of that. And then Roshana B has put, I'd go for the AI. It can do everything the human can and will be more precise if it's programmed that way. And then they've also put mass production factories already do this. So, yeah.
True.
It's true.
You know what? This is the craziest day because this is one of the most AI-leaning episodes I think we have ever
had, I think.
Yeah. Usually we're split in some kind of, direction. So, but it just goes to show you there's so much that an AI can do. So, when you have a scenario.
Paula's like, you making up rules.
Next to that house episode forever.
Yeah, Jordan. There was an episode where Paula was me and Lauren were fully AI. Paula was, just normal house. And she just got really upset.
The scenario was
a mansion, manually run mansion.
Yeah.
Or a small smart home.
Right. So smart home run by an AI and everything. And then you just pick which one you prefer, manually run mansion. But everything is manual. Like every single thing is manual. A tiny smart home, like a tree house. Like those tiny houses that they're literally designed to be as small as possible. But everything would be run by AI. So
maybe not from the perspective of whether or not I prefer AI or doing things manually. I prefer my space.
See, that's what Paula was saying. Paula was kind of saying this.
Yeah. And I just thought it was a house that wasn't connected to an AI. So I thought it was just a regular mansion.
No,
it
wasn't.
Entirely manually run. In the day, manually run, not like
electricity, fire.
Manual.
Even no light switches.
Yeah.
Yeah, like manor houses in back in the day before electricity, it was entirely manually run. You could have staff, but it was still extremely manually run.
Right.
Versus an AI that's turning on the faucet for you and but it's a tiny house.
We've in my house we just installed new light switches which can connect to our other AI system, which I will not name. And we can say, hey, turn on these lights. And it's funny because I feel like sometimes my dad especially, I feel like he'll do it even though it's I feel like it's more convenient to just turn the switch on. He'll be like, oh, hey, do this for me. And I'm like, it's probably easier to just turn the thing on. Sometimes he won't hear him properly, won't do it. I'm like, the time it took you to have it properly hear you, you could have turned the light on yourself.
It's fun. He's having fun with it.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's all about that chase game. Yeah.
Past episodes of Flags and Poles always make me laugh. And for those who are viewing, if you are interested as to what past episodes of any of our Twitch series looks like, flags and polls, or Throwback Thursday, head on over to the video portion on our Arghon AI Twitch stream. Hit Twitch channel right now.
True.
And Paul, you're always such a good sport on them too. Like, you know, because you're very often you're the voice that will go against the grain, but like with such clarity and such like grace, like you handle them so well. You make it fun.
Yeah.
So you know,
Thank you.
It's good to have a little diversity of thought and opinion. We can't all have the same perspective, otherwise that's how you end up, you know, with a one-sided product in the end. So it's always good when we can welcome like different points of view and perspectives.
Agreed. And that's again, you know, what's so great, because there are no right or wrong answers. These are literally made up scenarios. You know, it's not about Arghon, just made up AI. So, you know, it's not real. So you can literally have your own opinion. And that's why we love it when people in the comments as well get involved, because, you know, you add to that discussion, which definitely does make it more fun. So, yay. That was quite a fun one today. I liked that.
Yeah,
I liked that.
That was good. And also, like, it's just fun to think of things like music and entertainment and AI. Like, you know, it isn't just unrelatable science, you know, it's stuff that we interact with every day.
Agreed. Yeah. So it's fun. I like it a lot. But then that kind of goes on slightly into a little sneak peek of what's coming on Thursday. So Thursday is our Throwback Thursday episodes. And basically this is where we talk about a way of life. It could be an industry or technology, how it was in the past, how it is now, and how we imagine it in the future with an AI. And it actually is going to be clubbing nights out. So that's really interesting. So I'm very excited for that. But yeah, so, you know, I've said these are made up scenarios. However, if you go to arghon.com/vision 2020, we have an initiative which is completely free. And exactly. And basically what it is, you can learn to code, not just regular code, you can learn to code for AI right now. You can get started. And basically, you know, where it teaches you, it also gives you a platform to practice the code as well. And as I said, it is for free. You can literally sign up right now, get started now. So if you want Arghon to create you playlists, you can go code it. You can do it. Or if you want Arghon to pour you a beer, you can go code it.
Go code it.
You can go code it. Barghon. Jordan, that was genius.
Wait, what?
Say it again, Jordan.
I said we can call it Barghon.
I like that. So if you want to program and code Barghon, go do it. You can do it. It's completely free.
Tagline would be "Let Barghons be Barghons."
You got to copyright that. You got to copyright that before someone takes it. This is live. We can't rewind. We can't.
It's out there now.
Yeah. But anyway, so you can, as much as it is a made up scenario, you know, it is free. You know, the reason why we're on here is to kind of spread the message of AI. It literally is for everybody. Everybody can get involved, can learn about it. You know, you don't have to have a degree, a past in tech. You can literally, all walks of life, you can get involved in technology and learn to code for AI. And also, if you go to the website at arghon.com, you can go download Arghon for yourself, try it out. You can speak to it like we've been speaking on here, and it is loads of fun. You know, if you want it to play a certain song, you can do it as long as it's on your device. Get it to, you know, go through some recipes for you, tell you a joke. You can do all these things. So go download it. Again, it's free, completely free. So go try it out for yourself. And as always, you can friend us, follow us on here. It is better when you catch us live because you can get involved in the conversation. You can ask us questions. And yeah, basically social media, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, at Arghon AI. Go follow us on there. Again, present the scenarios we've spoken about today to your friends, family. Let us know what they say. And as always, thank you everyone for joining me today. It's been fun. Jordan, thank you for your first Twitch stream.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
This was fun.
Good. And then, yeah, as I said, we will be back on Thursday for Throwback Thursday, which is 8 p.m. British summertime, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be sure to come and join us there. But thank you again for everybody tuning in. We will see you Thursday.
Bye.
Bye. Just